What's going on in the tunnel, sports fans? We back, and we're doing it big, doing it new. We got some new partnerships that we're launching today. You got me, Dallas Melvin, and y'all know Mr. Famous.
Truth's there, the truth. Go keep it real. We happy to be back, and definitely got to get a shout out to my boy Justin over here in the den on Alameda, and definitely get a shout out to our new producer, boy Julius. So a good blessing there. So ready to get going, and we ready to do the damn thing, tear H-Town up.
So look forward to coming and see us over in a historic Third Ward, Texas, at the Den, 4604 Alameda. We, like you said, we got our boy Julius with Doty Media putting us on this week. So we're gonna jump right into it. We got a lot to talk about in this short time period, but we're gonna give y'all some good stuff to chew on. We got to start with, all things come to an end, and with all things come to an end, you have a new beginning. So we're gonna start with what happened with them Chiefs, boy.
I mean, it's one of them years, they got caught slipping. You had your boy. I'm not saying it's in for them overall, because Rice was out for games. O-line, Pat Mahomes getting hurt. Kelce, he just needs to retire. But it's kind of going to be difficult, because what I'm saying is, we know they're not going to the Super Bowl, not going to the playoffs this year. But how long is Pat going to be out next year? Him getting that injury this late, he's going to be out some games.
So the early, he is predicting he's going to try to get back week 1. I would say he's probably going to be back at least by week 3. They say, towards ACL, he's already had the surgery. He's began the rehab process. He's going to attack that like nobody's business. He's already reached out for Tom Brady, who had a similar injury, and talked about how he rehabbed. So I don't have a question about Pat Mahomes. I do have a question about literally the rest of that whole team, man. I mean,
are they done? I know a lot of teams are happy they ain't going to the playoffs.
I mean, you got to give them credit. They've been to the playoffs 10 years in a row. Went to the Super Bowl most of those years. So you got to give Andy Reid credit. I don't think they're going into a rebuild. They're going to go into a retool. So they still got the D lineman, Chris Jones. You got some good receivers. I would question whether or not they have a number one receiver, because they dropping too many passes. And you might as well farewell to Travis Kelce. Good luck to him and his young lady Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let them make it for sure. But it's definitely it's gonna be a new sheriff in town, new king in the NFC.
With this year, it's just hard to count kind of Pat Mahomes and Coach Reid. It's just hard to do that. I'm not gonna say it's completely over for them, but like you said, it came to an end this year. I know a lot of teams happy they're not in the playoffs. They're not going this year. So it's going to be real interesting. You're going to see what happens. But, man, you never thought that – you would have thought they were not going to the playoffs.
No one ever put money on them not making the playoffs. You could have bet they might not have made the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl this year, but not making the playoffs at all, that wasn't even in the equation.
Yeah.
Another team, though, that's still going to the playoffs, should still go to the playoffs, but their hopes have been diminished, and that's the Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, Micah Parsons had a similar injury, ACL injury. He was their number one player on the team, really. I mean,
paid him all that money.
He is the highest non-paid quarterback in the league, and he ain't gonna even be in the playoffs. I'm just saying, I'm from Dallas. You paying him $47 million. I'm glad we ain't paying him $47 million to sit at home.
And he was trying to start drama behind that too, though. You think Karma came back to him or whatever? Because he was trying to. He didn't give a damn, and the way his attitude was. We know Jerry take his time and play. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he wasn't worth that money to me.
No,
he wasn't even worth Green Bay giving it to him.
No, he wasn't worth that money, because at the end of the day, Jerry has been known to pay the stars. He paid Dak. He paid CD. He paid Diggs.
Took his time paying him, but he paid him.
Hey, you know
'Cause
what?
He liked that. He liked that attention.
You know
he
what?
want everybody to know I'm still the boss.
You gonna take your time paying me. As long as you paying me, you take your time all you want. He gonna write. He's shown that he gonna write that big check, and I'm glad he didn't write that big check to Parsons because we turned Parsons into Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark. And we're gonna talk about more about my beloved Cowboys here in a second. But at the end of the day, you know, Green Bay chances of going to the Super Bowl are. I mean, they really are diminished. They got a good team, but they got some holes now for sure. They definitely got some holes.
Well, you know, Baltimore is another team though.
Yeah, Baltimore may not
get in it, and they got a pretty tough road. I think for them it's going to come at the end when they play Pittsburgh. You know, they just can't never beat Pittsburgh.
So
that's another team. Whoever thought they would be struggling going to the playoffs?
We're gonna talk about who our Super Bowl predicted teams are right now. You know what? Let's just jump into it right now. Before we get to our Texans and our Cowboys, I think the road is paved in the AFC. If Buffalo don't do it this year, I don't know if they're gonna do it. Because in the past they had to get past Kansas City, they had to get past Baltimore, they had to get past whatever other up and coming team. But Josh Allen is playing his you-know-what off. They down by 20. They still winning.
I'm not going to count Philly out. And once they get in, it'd be a whole different team, whole different season. But another team I would say on that side is tough. They got a defense like the Texans, and that's Seattle. Seattle look good. Seattle rolling. And I say other team on the other side, people think the Texans, I just don't have. I think it's going to come down to Coleridge putting a team on his back because Texas defense is just unreal. I mean, they look like the Baltimore 2 Super Bowl champions. I mean, you talk about the skill curtain, you talk about the Chicago Bears defense. It's on a level with that. But Denver is playing some ball.
Well,
and they got a hell of a defense too. Vance Joseph got them balling. My boy Harvey got him. Harvey the Ricky, he doing his thing. Shout out to my guy. And you know the old man coming in the lead. Their quarterback, he's playing some hell of a ball.
No, you're right. You're right. I'll tell you. We're going to find out how good these defenses are. Because when you start talking about those historic defenses in the past, the Baltimore, Chicago's, look at their quarterback they had. Trenton Dilfer won a Super Bowl and with that defense. We're going to find out if those defenses are on that level. Because if they're on that level, then Coleridge got a chance to get him a ring.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this. That defense is on that win or lose. That defense is on that level, man. Anderson playing like a Hall of Famer. Give him a yellow jacket right now. Give him a jacket that's colors in the tunnel shirt right now. Give him that right now.
I don't know about. He's playing well. He's
playing
well.
great.
He's playing great.
That's the best defensive player in the league right now. Playing right now.
Yeah, because Micah got hurt. I mean, who you gonna take? You taking Anderson or you taking Myles Garrett right now? Come on now.
Okay,
Myles Garrett.
But they've been in the league for a long time.
I mean,
so what I'm saying with Anderson, he bringing spark, and then you got the veteran on the other side. Hunt, I mean, come on.
Autry. You could talk about Hunter Autry. Yeah.
But they open rooms for them. Man, Anderson, that's the best young defensive player in the league.
If you want to go young, but Myles Garrett is that man.
Well, he's a veteran, but the boy is playing like a veteran now. He's up there with the veterans.
I feel
right now, for a young career, right now I can see that cat. If he continue to play like that the next 5-6 years, I can see him going to the Hall of Fame right when he retires.
I mean, yeah, if everything goes perfect. But I know you got them glasses on, so you're trying to see into the future. But I'm telling you, man.
Well, with Coach Ryan, is one of the best defensive coaches. I mean, he had a hell of a defense with the 49ers. I wasn't surprised he was going to get the defense right here. And he got the way he got him set and the system set for him. He fit that mold. So I'm sure that's going to be the first person he's going to think when he win at Heisman. It ain't going to be Nick Saban. It's going to be Coach Ryan.
I'm just saying, you can't win a game without scoring points. And that Texan offense has been very, very inconsistent. So
I agree with you on that, but I'm talking about individual.
Texas going to the AFC Championship game this year? Call your shot.
It's possible.
I mean, it's possible.
I can predict that 2 weeks when the playoffs get ready to go.
All right, we're gonna revisit. We'll revisit it. We'll revisit it.
For sure.
We'll revisit that. One team that's not unfortunately going to the NFC Championship is my Cowboys. They had a chance. They got on a historic roll, beat Kansas City, beat the Raiders, beat Philly. But when it came down to it, they couldn't beat the Lions, and they couldn't win last week. So you talk about the future. I think the future is bright in Dallas though with the squad they're putting together.
I mean, come on. First of all, y'all didn't have no defense. And you have a kid like Zion can play everything in the secondary. Why you never put him on the roster? You cut him, brought him back. I don't understand that. And that's y'all weak link is safeties. That's y'all weak link. It's the safeties. So at the end of the day, you have that is the best quarterback in the league this year to me. And he's having a hell of a season. Might as well say, well, he had a hell of a season because they're not going to the playoffs. And of course, I got to say this, I repeat myself. It's the difference between the black fans, the white fans, and the foreigners. It's the black fans make me hate them because they always want to blame that for everything. And you cannot blame that. Y'all not going to the playoffs. You cannot blame him for that. And he had a hell of a game the other night, but of course y'all lost the game because y'all got the weakest safeties. It don't make no sense. Yo, I mean, you could go to St. Mark's and Dallas and find a safety play better than that. Or go to Oak Cliff and
No, you're
find
right.
a safety.
You're right.
Shoot.
You're right. I will say we're gonna talk about high school, but I think DeSoto and Duncanville got better safeties than the Cowboys right now. I would tell you that. I will say that I am on the fence with that defensive coordinator. I think you got to make a change. Now, I know it's not good to change your coach. That would be 4 years in a row, 5 years in a row if you bring another DC in next year. But at the end of the day, Eberflus hasn't shown that he can make adjustments to the game based off the players. Because at the end of the day, a good coach, you're going to adjust to your players. He's not doing that. I mean, you got Quentin Williams on the line. You got Kenny Clark on the line. You got the DN that you drafted. I mean, like you said, you got Zion Childress that's sitting on the practice squad. You got Bland. You got Overshown that just came back. I mean, you got players on that side of the ball. He just didn't use them right.
Nah. And my thing is, he got some good coaches coaching with him, believe it or not. Don't blame them and fire them. Like I say, it's question mark about that DC. You're not lying. They got to do something about that. And I know the offseason coming and back to Parson. I mean, that's why I tell everybody it didn't make sense to sign them. People don't realize what they got. That's down like a Herschel Walker trade. They got some draft picks and more money in the cap.
Yep. So
it's gonna be interesting to see what Jerry's do.
I like our chances going. I like our chance for next year. But we still got 3 games this year. See what these boys are gonna do.
Nah, it's
technically not eliminated. Philly got to win one more game. Philly lose the rest of that game. We win the rest of our games. We get in.
Yeah,
but that's not happening. That's not happening. But speaking of Philly, man, how you gonna win it? How you gonna win a Super Bowl? You don't even like the quarterback. Don't like the receiver. The receiver talking bad about the quarterback. He's sitting on the sideline reading books. Like, come on, man. That chemistry is not there to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
The same thing happened last year. It's a whole new season when the playoffs start, and I really think that they're going to be a whole different team when the playoffs start.
I mean, you say that, but last year they didn't have a Super Bowl. This year they got a Super Bowl. So are they as hungry? Are they as hungry? You know what they say about when you dating, right? The best girl is the new girl. They already got they playing with the old girl right now. So at the end of the day, I don't think they as hungry. I think you're gonna see maybe a Detroit sleep up on them. I mean, Seattle's playing well. I'm not bullish on Seattle right now because of their quarterback, but you said it. The Rams are going to the Super Bowl. They got the quarterback, they got the receivers, they got the defense.
Well, I was never an Aaron Donald fan, but he got under the right system in Minnesota. They made him.
You mean Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, Sam Darnold. I said Darren Darnold. My bad. Sam Darnold. And he's looking good, bro. I mean, he's the most improved quarterback last year.
But you rattled
and he's playing good this year. Yeah, one bad game this year.
But look what he did.
That all happened.
Look what he did in the playoffs last year. I expect him to do the same thing in the playoffs this year. Poop the bed. Poop the bed. He's a pooper. He's a bed pooper in the playoffs. That's what he is.
Well,
that's what he is. So
with that defense, we're gonna see that then.
Yeah. I think you're gonna see the Rams and Buffalo in the Super Bowl. You heard it here, beginning of December. We're here in the tunnel. Dallas Melvin said Rams and Buffalo with the Rams winning it all.
Yeah, I hear that, folks. Y'all hear that?
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Come see me. Come see me. Y'all can buy me a stick over here at the Den, 4604 Alameda in historic Third Ward, Texas. So NFL, that's that. We're going to talk about what a lot of people been talking about for the last week. Caught people off guard. I mean, this team won the Natty 2 years ago, and now they're in complete disarray. Michigan, what the heck is Sharon Moore? What was he thinking about, dog?
Man, well, I can't say no name, but a couple of coaches told me when he was on the way getting a job, that was always his problem, keeping his pants up. You know, so you at an opportunity like that, whatever your weakness is, come on, man, that's this historical program, and you messing it up for the black coaches. Now, I know he ain't one of us, but just the reality, you are, and you're on that stage. And the crazy thing is, you know, I tell people in life, you have to be diverse because you never know where you get your first money from, what race you get it from. Harbaugh had it in his contract. If I leave, I win, decide to go to the league, he'd be the next guy.
And he was.
And he was.
He was.
And, you know, and here's the thing. I wasn't surprised at his meltdown because when they won that game a year ago against Penn State, okay, Harbaugh suspended.
He pulled a Coleridge.
He pulled a Coleridge. Yeah, he pulled a Coleridge. Bernard Stroud the third, but the fourth of me, I'm sorry. But at the same time, you know, your boss was suspended for cheating. And you was inside on that too. And like, Galloway, what's the other people on ESPN say, why is he crying? You know, you do all that emotional stuff, crying behind that game, and then when you come back, get a meltdown, I wasn't surprised. It looked like he had a mental problem. Because I remember I sent that to my cousin, and she was like, that I was sending, she was reading about the story, and I was sending that. So he seemed like the type of guy, if his girlfriend said, I'm going to break up with you, I'm going to cry. You know, and, you know, but what I'm saying is, but let's go back to it, though, man. You just play Ohio State, one of the biggest rivalries. Then you get, for that Monday, you have your press conference, talking about the Texas game, everything good, all the players coming back, ain't holding out. And then you get fired on Wednesday, and then you go break in the girl house, and then would threaten to kill yourself in front of your wife, go over the girl house, threaten to kill her yourself, and you in the suicide cell at the end of the day. And you got the world in your hand making $6 million. And you lose all that buyout, all that stuff. And it's like you in a suicide cell. Man, that is crazy.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, he had an issue, obviously, when he got the job. But we all got issues. We all got issues. And the unfortunate part about it is he got examples out there, recent examples of people who are, quote, on top of the world and lost it or lost a significant part of it in the news, in the headlines for messing with OnlyFans chicks or for messing with people that they work with, whether you want to go to a coach here in Houston that's coaching here in Houston now, or you want to go to somebody that got one of the largest sports talk shows, podcasts in the country. They both done got caught up in the last couple of years with the same thing. So I don't feel bad for him because he saw, like, it ain't like, oh, we talking about what happened 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. These are two prominent black professionals in the sports industry that got caught up with the same BS he got caught up with. It's no excuse, man. There's no excuse.
Well, I'm going to say this. It was already in your contract. You weren't supposed to mess around, okay? I know people get second chance. Look at the Rockets coach, what he went through. But what I'm saying is this. You're right. We all have our issues. But whatever issue you got, you know your weakness. You got to straighten it up. You're making $6 million a year. You got to change all that. Then you're on the big stage. Then you can't do what they do. You're black at the end of the day. And that's his problem. You know what I'm saying? And you think you can do what they do, get away. He think he's set up. Well, look, at the end of the day, when you black and got a big position, no matter what it is in life, they setting you up. So your job is to walk a straight line, know your business, take care of your business, and if you do that, you're going to win and get them off your back.
So I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. People walking around here talking about walk that straight line stuff. I hear you. But at the end of the day, if you ain't gonna walk a straight line, don't be sloppy with it. Like he would still have his job if he did what he did.
Well, you gotta understand technology today is you ain't got no choice but to walk a straight line. And the thing is, there's a lot of coaches out there just haven't got caught, but a lot of them did get caught because Stoops just got fired from Kentucky. He had an outside baby, and the university knew. That's why he got divorced. And the child is like 8 years old now.
So that's my point.
We can't do what they do, though.
But no, this is my point. Stoops didn't have an outside baby by his executive assistant. He gave the executive assistant a $40,000-ish raise. And by the way, how dumb can you be? That's a state job. They gonna see that. They gonna see that. Nobody gets no executive assistant in the country gets a $30,000 to $40,000 a year raise just by answering more phones or taking better notes. So that's sloppy number one. Sloppy number two is he could have did what he did with another co-ed at another school or even that school.
He could have went to Detroit. Ain't number 30 miles down the street.
Exactly. The problem was she works for you. So HR was forced to get rid of your sloppy, dumbass because at the end of the day, you could have had 2 or 3 baby mamas. As long as they ain't one working for Michigan and working for you, you know what? They could have even been working for Michigan in a whole nother department.
But my understanding is
sloppy.
I think she said that what they call it, DoorDash, whatever, that pill they.
Yeah, when you got the Plan B.
I think she set that up. But the sad part about it is, both of them embarrass their families because her dad is big with the Bears, been with the Bears for years.
He's a scouter.
Yeah, he
big time.
Is under the GM. They wanted to make him the GM. He just didn't want to do it. Everybody go to him in the building, and I'm like, that's embarrassed. And she just as wrong as him. Because you supposed to be pregnant. You messing with a married man. Breaking up families.
Yeah.
And what about that woman crying gets sued?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Truesdale.
I mean, what I'm saying is, we know I'm done talking about Saran, but talk about her too, though. I mean, because you can
talk about her all you want to, but she wasn't making $6 to $13 million a year. She was making $50,000, upwards of $90,000 after he gave her a raise. You ain't in the same ballpark, man. That's pocket change. So she don't have the same responsibilities that he has. He got a bigger responsibility. He got a bigger platform. He's freaking head coach of the University of Michigan. He's a brother. He got that opportunity because somebody else gave him that opportunity. He didn't have to interview for it. Somebody else set him up for a lifelong success, and he poo-pooed it because
I know he's going to be the worst. Like you say, he's going to be the worst, and you're right. I mean, you went, you making $6 million a year. You understand that though. But what I'm saying is this: you got people talk about these men, but these women make it no better, and that's all I'm saying. Ladies out there, you be careful when you are doing that. That's what putting in positions like that. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying, I know her dad is embarrassed, and that's just crazy. But with him, like you say, he's black too, but. You don't think he is?
She's not the first woman to do it.
Ain't the last one.
She ain't gonna be the last woman to do it. So you gotta be smarter, and don't do it. First, at the end of the day. Now, what about Lane Kiffin at LSU? What he gonna do? They got a national championship next year?
I think he's the most overrated coach.
Why?
He got
Ole Miss in the playoffs.
Man, first of all, Lane knew he was going there. He wanted all that attention. And everywhere he been, he could have stayed there and did what he had to do. Now you going over there. Now, one thing he did do was smart. He kept the defensive stack. He never have a defense. But his offense ain't nothing but that one read stuff. If you look at Jackson, the quarterback for the Giants, he play a lot better in that system than Lane's system. Lane got that 1-2 read, and that's it. He's overrated to me, and he never been settled. He always jumping from seat to seat. Like he left Tennessee to go to SC. That came out the Bill bus. You take job down to Florida Atlantic. Alabama wasn't going to hire you. You had to go down to Alabama first and let Nick Saban baptize you so you can get a job. Then you go to Ole Miss and do big things, knowing they got money. You want the attention at LSU. If that man don't win in 2-3 years, they going to be on him. And LSU going to be stuck with him because they paid him too much money.
What I will say is Lane Kiffin fits LSU way better than Brian Kelly ever did. So he's part of that South. He's part of that culture. So he's got a chance to do well at LSU. And I mean, y'all can't blame him for going to LSU. You say Ole Miss got money. They ain't got money like LSU.
They got money.
They ain't got money like LSU.
Both of them got dirty money. It's a mafia school, and you got
They
school
ain't
get
got
money
money
from
like
KK.
LSU.
Yeah, they do. They was gonna fit it. See, that's the problem. And like I said, I told you earlier, it ain't about the logos no more.
I'm not talking
Because a
about
lot of these
logos.
schools got money. But what I'm saying is this: it may seem that way, but Ole Miss was matching the numbers. They was matching the numbers. The reality, he wanted to get down to Florida, but Florida really didn't want to hire him. But at the same time, regardless who got the most money, they was gonna match it.
Here's the thing, though. It's not just about his contract. Ole Miss didn't get the Nike deal that LSU got. LSU just signed a historic Nike deal where they got 10 players on the LSU campus, not just football, but in multiple sports, that they're going to make a culture program. So Nike has made an investment in LSU like no other institution in the country.
Well, they doing that because Adidas doing that. Adidas did that to Miami.
Okay.
Other school. But
Ole
the
Miss
thing,
ain't got that.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, you got to win.
Right.
To me, he's an overrated coach. And once again, I know we ain't talking about the logos yet. They going to run across one of them teams. Their logo wasn't popular and get overnight. I will put Indiana any day and hope they put a 4-year schedule. And I bet that coach, I'll coach him. He's overrated. So we'll see what happens. You got the Nike deal. You got your money deal. Think it's a new place. He has a better environment. We know that. You know, good food and all that. But we're going to see. Because I'm not hyped up behind that. He's overrated.
At the end of the day, LSU is bigger than the Saints in Louisiana. So if they're bigger than the Saints, LSU is bigger than anything they got going on in Mississippi. So I don't fault him for leaving. I could have seen him stay. I mean, it made sense for him to stay, in my opinion, because you're gonna go to LSU, and to your point, if he ain't got them in the playoffs in the next 2 years, and if he ain't got a championship, or at least in a championship game in the next 4 years, then he's going to be out. It's a pressure cooker.
Well, my thing is this. At the end of the day, both schools got money. Regardless who got the most, they both got money. At the end of the day, too, though, you got a coach. You got a coach. So no matter you got $8 million, you got $10 million. If that $8 million team got better coaching, they going to beat that $10 million team. So my point is, I don't care how much money they get Kiffin. It's going to come down to offense, and that offense he run. And like I said, he never have a defense. They allowed to get tired. He's overrated. You give him all the money. Still won't win. Still won't win.
So, talking about college football, y'all know me. My boys got shafted, man. When you look at the teams that's in college football playoffs, you can't tell me that the Longhorns shouldn't be in the playoffs right now. They played 5, count them, 5. Nobody else in the country played 5 top 10 teams. They went 3-2. They the only ones that played Ohio State close, with the exception of Indiana at the end of the year. Ohio State blew everybody else out, and we beat A&M, who was number 2 in the country. Some people thought number 1 at the time when we beat them at the end of the year, and you still don't let the Longhorns in.
And you lose unnecessary game to Florida.
And
I guess the committee wants to try these low Division I schools out, mid schools out, I guess. I think it's messed up because I thought Notre Dame should have been in it.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Notre Dame's resume wasn't Texas' resume. We lost 1 extra game to an unranked team. The other 2 teams we lost to ranked teams. We lost an extra game, Florida, to unranked team. So all you saying is, and Sarkisian's already said it, and I hope he does it, guess what? We're going to play the same soft schedule as everybody else, and then we're going to see what happens. We in the playoffs, man, because we in the SEC. We in the SEC. You take out Ohio State, who was one of those ranked teams. We played 4 teams ranked in the top 10 when we played them. Nobody else did that. So we'll put Southeastern Louisiana on our schedule next year. We'll put Texas State on our schedule next year, and then run through the SEC and be in the playoffs. That's what y'all want to see? No, everybody want to see Ohio State, Texas playing the beginning of the game of the year. Everybody want to see Ohio State, Michigan. They want to see Texas and Florida State play a game. We ain't scheduled them no more. I wouldn't.
You know that ain't happening. But anyway, I just thought the Fighting Irish should have got in. That's my complaint.
Okay. What up, K Ford? Thanks for tuning in, brother. I want to give a shout out to his daughter, Kendall. They won last night. She's a senior at
Oh, they beat
Dawson.
Shadow Creek.
No, yeah, they beat Shadow Creek. They
Yeah.
beat Shadow Creek. They beat them well too. It was a good game. Shadow Creek was undefeated. Dawson game their first loss of the year. I went to the game last night. Shout out to Kendall. She had an awesome game last night. And they're setting themselves up to go to the playoffs in girls basketball. So shout out to them. Yeah, man, you got to watch these women. You got to watch these women. They're going to mess you up. They're going to mess you up with these jobs.
But like I say, I thought the Fighting Irish should have got in. I just don't know how long this is going to be a controversy every year. This is going to be a controversy.
Well,
I was really shocked that they put James Madison in there.
That's the problem.
That shocked me.
That's the problem.
And I know Tulane, they deserve it.
Tulane deserve to get in.
They deserve to get in, yeah.
They played a tougher schedule, but I'm telling you, you can't take. There's no two Power 5 teams out there, group of 5 teams out there, that is going to beat a Notre Dame or a Texas. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. James Madison is playing Oregon. James Madison gonna get beat by at least 20. And who wants to watch that game? Who wants to watch the Oregon James Madison?
You never know. It might be like March Madness.
Nope.
Got it.
It's football.
You never know.
It's football.
Anything came, James Madison upset teams. We had the coach of Indiana was down there.
Are you picking James Madison?
I'm just saying you never know.
Are you picking James Madison?
Hey, if they fool around and win, the committee gonna be talking so much noise. And they gonna open up doors for schools like that
It
to
ain't
get in,
happening.
and it shouldn't get in every year.
It ain't happening.
Well,
It ain't happening. If I go play the lottery and win $1 million, then I believe James Madison gonna win. But here's the lineup. Here's the lineup coming up: Alabama versus OU. Who you got? They're playing in Oklahoma, playing in Norman. Who you got?
it's hard to be the team twice. I'm gonna go with Alabama.
You going to Alabama? I want to go with Alabama because OU struggles to score, but it's in Norman, and OU got a good defense. So I'm gonna take OU. As much as I know, I'm probably gonna hear this later. People probably taping it, going Longhorn Melvin picked OU, but I'm gonna take OU this time. As much as I hate them, Miami. The game of the weekend though is gonna be Miami Texas A&M. Who you got?
Man, look here. I'm gonna say this: if old boy managed the game, Miami got a chance. But I don't have confidence in Beck. I love my boy Mario Cristobal. That's my guy. Shout out to you. But if your quarterback managed the game, y'all gonna win. But other than that, I have to go with A&M. I have to go with Reed. I have to go with their receiver. I'm going with A&M. And it's a morning game. And they kind of complain about that, but it's a morning game. But I'm going with A&M. And I can't believe they put that game 11 in the morning. That's the biggest game. It should have been at prime time.
That should have been prime time game. I'm taking Miami because I think the Longhorns gave a little blueprint on how to beat A&M in A&M. We just, we went to A&M last year, and we beat them at A&M. Marcel Reed, good quarterback. He had a chance.
Great quarterback.
He would have been in New York if he had played better against the Longhorns.
Well, you can't have that when you mess his foot up, but he still did the job as a job.
So is his foot going to be magically
Well, I mean,
great?
look, y'all beat them, but they in the playoffs. If they win, guess what? Y'all got to get y'all popcorn and watch them in the sports bars.
But you said if. I take Miami on that game.
Yeah,
They're going to be sitting next to us.
Yeah, okay.
We already talked about Oregon, JMU. We don't even talk about that game. Oregon about 20. Who you? Oregon, how about how many?
I'm going with James Madison upset.
Man, you stop.
Yeah.
Get off the drugs,
Hey, man, whatever.
Get off the drugs.
Hey, nigga, don't crack it. Okay, we already got to discuss something later on in the show. So you never know what can happen. You don't never know what can happen.
Okay, Ole Miss Tulane, who you got?
Shoot, I'm going with Tulane because there's too much drama going on in Ole Miss.
You know what? I think those boys are going to be so focused at Ole Miss to prove that they can win without Kiffin. Ole Miss by 15. Ole Miss by 15. Plus, the Tulane coach, he's going to be the Florida coach next. So
I think the reason why I say Tulane too is because, like, the quarterback don't know what he gonna do. He's not going to LSU. You don't know if he gonna come back, but you probably need to go and come on back. It's just a lot of zigzag going on in that situation.
Yeah, I take Ole Miss. And I really don't even think it's gonna be close. By the fourth quarter, they're gonna have some backups in there. so to make sure nobody gets hurt.
You're
for
dealing
the
with
next
death when you're
game.
dealing with them programs playing against
For the
them.
next game. So,
Yeah.
but we had a bowl game last weekend, the Celebration Bowl. PV and South Carolina State went to a 4 overtime game, and PV let them off the hook.
They coach let them off the hook. That's who lost the game. I'm going to say this. You got a kid on that team named Ryan Stubblefield. He went to 3 schools. Should have started at all 3 schools. This kid has a story. He's at East Carolina, should have played. He's at Concord, should have played. Went to South Carolina State, was starting. That's the biggest argument I got with my boy, the head coach, Barry, why he benched him. Ended up benching the kid. And next thing you know, he had to get the kid off the bench. Because they starting quarterback would stay in that game, they would have lost. Because Prairie View had a 21-0 lead. He let a 21-0 lead go. And they put Stubblefield in that game. The coach lost the game from Prairie View. Stubblefield won the game for South Carolina State, the backup quarterback. And I text my boy Barry, congratulating him after the game. And I said, yo, my boy, son, Stubblefield, for the rest of his life. Shout out to you, Red Stubblefield. But he owe him for the rest of his life. That boy came out there from Richmond Foster and lit their butt up. Came back. And everybody say that really wasn't a touchdown at the end. The way the boy put the ball over, but Prairie View also put themselves in positions.
Shouldn't have came that
They
close.
should have came there.
Shouldn't
They
have been
missed
that
them
close.
field goals. You get, first of all, South Carolina was going man to man. The Peters kid threw for over 400 yards. He went in the fourth quarter, I think, with like 300 at least,
Yeah.
290 something.
Yeah.
And South Carolina State was going man to man. You keep doing what gets you there. They stopped passing the ball. Then they get the ball in the last series, Prairie View, and get conservative like they playing for the overtime. Then South Carolina State get the ball with like 25, then they got that personal foul when the guy got kicked out the game. Stuff ended up getting sacked, but I know if he would have got away from that sack, they would have completed their ball. They could have kicked the field goal. So you go in overtime, you need to get the score. Your field goal kicker made one, and they missed it, and he missed another one. And they put themselves in there. They let them off the hook.
Shout out to PV. They still had a
Yeah.
good season. They went
shout
to
out,
celebration.
shout out to South Carolina State, my boy Coach Barry, and definitely shout out to my boy Ryan Stubblefield, my little Doug Flutie. He did his thing, and he left college football on the big stage. It can't get no bigger than that. They had a lot of views watching that game.
Yeah, they did.
And some people say it's one of the best games.
Celebration Bowls in a while.
Yeah,
One
and
of
the
best
thing
games.
is, I tell people, it's more than winning the SWAC. And MEAC schools always beat the SWAC. But, like, when the boy got ready to kick the field goal, Skywalker said, this is the biggest field goal in the history of Prairie View. Prairie View dominated black college football from the 40s, 50s, and state. Last time they won in 64. And my dead old teammate said he was hurt because he said, before I leave out here, I want to see a national championship.
Right.
Last time was 64. So that really hurt a lot of people, man. A lot of old people too, though, man. So it is what it is. But hey,
we gonna be out there tailgating again next year for the homecoming. But another HBCU got a pretty famous coach who signed on board. What you think Marshall Faulk gonna do at Southern?
well, Marshall main thing was the money part. Now they done made him the highest paid FCS player at a black college, which is great. And he made to pay his coaches. Marshall Faulk, people don't realize this. That man is brilliant, very smart. And I remember times I used to go to the Manning camp with Coach Sims, and me and Tolliver was down there, and I remember us talking to Peyton Manning personally. He was just saying he's probably the smartest football player ever been around, and he made him his rookie year. You know, the guy. And then I was at USC camp, and we met, and we talked for a while, talking. He's very smart, you know, very good businessman. The man owned like 28 Popeyes. He got like 3 of them in Houston.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of them over there at Katie Mills Mall.
Yeah.
You know, but the SWAC coaching is horrible right now. And I think he's going to have a good chance if he know what he's doing. I hate to say because a lot of coaches' jobs on the line. And my boy Q just got the job at Florida A&M. He going to do an excellent job, too. They just hired him. But I think he could do a good job. Like I said, he got the money in there, money to pay him, money to pay his coaches, and other things. He's trying to get money in, NIL things. I think he's going to do a good job. And they want to recruit Houston tough. Got a meeting with them, I think, tomorrow, because they get a couple of kids. I sent film up there on them they like. So I think he's going to do a good job, man.
No, that's gonna be all. I mean,
1.2.
my thing is, if
Yeah.
you're a running back, why you don't want to go to Southern and play for Marshall Faulk? If you a quarterback, why you don't want to go to Southern and play for Marshall Falk?
I mean, any
You gonna
position,
have that offense going.
yeah, any position, special offense. Like I said, the guy's smart, man. He's very smart.
For sure, for sure. So as we wrapping up, man, Dallas versus Houston, baby. High school football. Who gonna do what? You got Dallas Melvin right here. I'm calling my shot. First game, we got South Oak Cliff versus Richmond Randall. Richmond Randall is undefeated. My boys from SOC gonna put it on them and show them what's up.
You know what? It's so funny. Everybody out
I'm
there,
just saying.
he was saying the same thing last year.
It's
which they got their butt Peter rolled out of there. Look here, it is my thing. That's the biggest game. That's the biggest game. Saturday morning at 11 o'clock in
Y'all
Jerry
watch
World.
SOC do their thing.
And y'all watch the #1 running back in the country, a junior. This one Gatorade Player of the Year, Landon Williams Callis, a.k.a. Black Jesus.
But he ain't been hit like them Dallas boys
Man.
gonna hit him.
Man, you out your mind. That
He
boy,
ain't
that
been
boy,
hit like them.
hold
man.
on. Never stop. That boy grew up
Okay. All right.
hardcore.
All right.
This is the best. I say this to everybody out there. Let everybody know. This is the best running back in the history of Texas ever, bar none. He ain't that far from breaking the record. The boy's shifty. He's got something, got that swag, got that funky dip and spin, and tough as an nail. He hurt his calf against Howard Conley and came right back in that game. And even the crowd was yelling, it was over. Boy had 5 touchdowns. I'm telling you, now I would say this. They lost the D-line last year, and I said the edge, but the closer I get and the things I saw, because Oak Cliff got a bunch of fat boys that sit on that line and just stand there. This boy ain't got no lineman. They can't make furniture move, and he still make plays. Randall will win. Black Jesus MVP. Go see him while it's cheap. The whole country, y'all can see it. No matter where you at looking at this show right now, they'll be on Fox in Jerry's World, and he going to put on the show. The best running back ever in the state of Texas.
Hey, I'm going to give him his props for sure. But he ain't ran against the boys. Everybody, Houston know what's up with SOC. Y'all know what's up with South Oak Cliff. So I'm believing it at that. Y'all heard it here first. Richmond Randall going to get their first loss of the season in a championship game. Great year to them. SOC going to put it on them. And then we got that historic program. The next game, the historic program, you got North Shore versus Duncanville. Now, I know who you need to pick, but go ahead, smoke that Houston pipe. What do you got?
I mean, I got to pull for North Shore, but
Boy.
Duncanville got the better team on that.
Boy.
Yeah, Duncanville got the better team on that.
Duncanville going to Peter roll them boys.
Yeah.
Duncanville
I don't know about all
Peter
that.
roll them
I don't know.
boys.
You act like we ain't saying okay.
Dallas, once again, by the last game on Saturday, Dallas going to be 2-0 against them Houston teams because Duncanville going to treat North Shore like you should be a trainer in the locker room for them boys.
Man, you really confident. You really talking out of noise.
I'm telling you. I've been watching these boys throughout the year, and Duncanville got a squad, just like SOC got a squad. But the other game, and I ain't as confident about this one, but you got DeSoto versus C.E. King. I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm picking DeSoto. Not because I don't think C.E. King can win. I think that might be the closest game out of all of them. But DeSoto's been there. Coaches have been there. C.E. King, not a new program, but they ain't been this far in forever. And
ain't never been this far.
You saw that running back from DeSoto. He got 15 yards in the 100 yards in the playoffs.
Okay, if I put an average good back in that system, shout out to my boy Sweetie, receiver coach, at one of my old players at DeSoto. It ain't surprised you do that because you got 2,000-yard receivers, and that opened doors for him. Come on now. Now, see, King got a defense. They got up front. They can go now. So it's going to be – that game is really going to be interesting because they got a good chance of winning that game.
DeSoto
I'm going to go with DeSoto because I'm not caught up in the Houston, Dallas because I got to pull
smart.
Sweeney, Coach Sweeney.
You're a football guy. That's why.
Coach Sweeney's family. So I got to pull for my guy. I can't never pull against him. That's my guy. Like my little brother, one of my old players. I got to pull for my guy. So I'm going to go with DeSoto. But I'm going to say this, though, about DeSoto. Everybody counted them out. The main people counted them out. It was in that community. That's why Coach Mathis went crazy after that game.
Yeah.
Because they took the AD title away from them. They started off 0-2. They had a team in Atlanta because them boys stayed up all night trying with discipline and got beat by. They had 70 scored on them, so everybody counted them out. And what they did at the end, and then end up making it to state, and you play against you had people on the school board and working administrator didn't want to go to game. They knew they weren't going to beat South Lake Carroll. South Lake Carroll was ranked number 1 in the country.
Exactly.
And they put it on their butt.
So
and I got it. They counted them out in their own community, counting them out. And that's why they got a chip on their shoulder, man.
Exactly. So DeSoto just beat arguably one of the top teams in the whole country in South Lake Carroll. They call that team the Blondes because all them boys dye their hair blonde
like
for the playoffs
yeah.
every year because they
expect
to
the
win.
Whole year.
They expect to win, and DeSoto went in there. Shout out to my family that lives in DeSoto. My niece went to school there. My aunt was on the school board. I know what's going on in that community. DeSoto,
well, they doubted them. Them the main ones doubted them.
DeSoto,
so you need to call your haters and say, what's going on down there? They counted Coach Mathis out.
They didn't doubt him.
They was the main one. Yeah,
some of them other folks don't know no better might have doubted him.
Yeah.
But that might be the closest game, I'll tell you, because Sea King doesn't have a defense. I'm giving a nod to DeSoto because they've been there before. That's a big stage for a lot of those kids. It's a big stage for the coaches. From that standpoint, shout out to the coach, Sea King. He's done a good job in keeping them ready. But once again, I think they're going to go 3-0, baby. Dallas going to show what's up. What's up to these
I'm going to say this. In
Port Arthur, baby.
Get a shout out to Port Arthur. Get a shout out. My boy Shockman Davis alumni.
Yep.
Devin shout out my boy Jamarcus Hudson. One of the best outside linebackers in the country. Going to be the top outside. I just picked up off in Nebraska, Louisville this week. They all coming. But they blew it. They lost system. If they would have, all the areas, it really would have been on. Now, I'm going to tell you, at Kilgore and Stephenville going to be a good game Friday.
Yeah, it will be.
Friday morning.
Good country.
That's going to be a good East Texas game. So I'm excited. I'm leaving tomorrow because I'm excited to see this kid, Robinson, a freshman running back at Yoakum. They're playing Grandview. That's going to be a good one. So it's going to be fun, man. But I want to say this. You have head coach at Duncanville, my boy Willie Gaston.
Yep.
Mathis, Oak Cliff, Randall. Two black coaches playing against each other. They win. Because winning state as a black coach in Texas, that's huge. It's like a Martin Luther King holiday to me. I'm just saying like it is. We're seeing it in that suburbs. So I got a question for our producer because he know what the feeling's like. Never been to state, dream to go to state. But he know what the feeling like playing in state. And he know the feeling like playing for a black coach, my man Jinx. I remember they beat Port Arthur to go to state. That was last time Port Arthur been to game go to state what they did last week. But I'm just asking you, man, how did it feel winning state? Then winning state for a black coach. And not only one for a black coach, he was a player's coach. And I deal with him in college. One of the coolest human beings I ever met, period. How did it feel?
Are you good?
Yeah.
All I'm going to say, it was one of the most exhilarating things I've ever done in my life. Never thought I would be there. And, you know, I'm from New Orleans, so I've always had a black coach, but now realizing where I'm at and actually seeing, you know, the history behind, you know, Coach Jinx actually bringing us to that level of playing, and we won. Like, man, that I will never forget. You know, it's always going to be with me in my heart. I appreciate you, Coach Jinx. Malcolm, you ran the ball like it was no other. You was the number one running back in the country at that time, and I think you still are, my boy. No offense to Landon Callis, but, yeah, go Steel Knights.
Right. Wait, you still got your ring?
Yeah, I do.
I wish you would have won today. You probably got the case.
I saw the sweatshirt. I saw the sweatshirt.
What? The blow steel. Yeah. State champs.
State champs. All right.
Hey, you know what?
Everybody can't wear it.
We had his back down here. And I remember they beat Katie. That was funny. I don't know what. Came back when we was putting for him tough, you know. No, y'all paid Katie to get the state, didn't y'all? I think y'all played Katie one year and beat him. Yeah. I think that. I remember y'all beat Port Arthur and I'm losing to Caney, Trey Williams and them, you know. But, right. But, I mean, that's a good feeling, man. That's really really deep with it though.
So, like you said, Truesdale, we got some of the best football in the country right here in Texas, all over the state. You know, you got your big hubs with Dallas and Houston, but you got a lot of talent that comes out of Austin as well, and as well as West Texas.
Well, we're the best in the country. You know, we put up
So,
more
from
NFL. We get more
from
NFL
that
draft.
standpoint. So as we wrap up the show, I just want to remind everybody: go on YouTube, like us, subscribe. It's about to be on for sure. Check
Yeah.
out our Instagram page, In the Tunnel Sports Media on Instagram, In the Tunnel Sports Media
With
on
the best
TikTok,
producer.
In the Tunnel Sports Media on YouTube. But we just talked about
Everything in
some
the
of
tunnel, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok.
TikTok.
Hey, with the best producer.
we just talked about some of the best football in the country that you can go see for cheap right now. So I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
it over to
definitely.
you to get your Truesdale moment, because I can't believe. I know what you're gonna talk about, but go ahead and share with him what he was a great football player, but he ain't a smart dude. Go
I mean,
ahead.
I don't
Truesdale in the
know.
moment.
I know South's supposed to have a reputation of getting high sometimes. I don't know what he was on, but he called Texas football fake.
Who's that? Who did?
Sapp.
Warren Sapp?
Warren Sapp, coach,
Hall of
D-line
Fame Warren
coach at
Sapp
Colorado. Yeah, the one had TCU linemen run through them, which they have Houston boys on that team, and Dallas. U of H offensive line ran
Ran
through
through them.
like they got Houston and Dallas guys. And he said, Texas football is fake. I'm trying to figure out what make it fake. That's why y'all getting y'all ass whooped at CU, because y'all not coming to recruit Texas and coach Texas high school football. You know, where the fake at? What are you on? I mean, what's going on? Brother, let me tell you, son. You better bring your butt down here and come get you some D linemen, because you ain't got no D linemen. Everybody want to play the O line. It was hard, but D line was worse than the O line. We never fake it. We the best in the country. It's like the young man I'm talking about, best ever, might be the best ever high school running back. You look at the history running backs we have. We was always a running state. Soon we turned into a passing state. We turned into a quarterback state. You know, and rest is history. From Drew Brees, Andrew Luck, what's the guy that played for the Eagles? Was the backup, came off the bench, came from Drew Brees College.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I know
high
you're talking
school.
about. I know you're talking about. I mean, you got Jalen Hurts here.
Hurts, exactly.
He
I
won a
like,
Super Bowl.
Come on,
coming
man.
Coming out of Houston.
and they got the money behind them. Man, come on. Fake? Come on, man. Nah, I mean, that brother, you got to be fake as a coach.
Warren, all you got to go do is talk to your head coach, who coached Pee Wee ball in Texas, recruits a lot of kids from Texas. And by the way, shout out to Cody Jackson from Tarleton State. He entered the portal. It looks like he's going to be playing wide receiver for the University of Colorado next year. He's from Texas. He's from Houston.
And my thing in the recruiting department, I had to tell them about Black Jesus, and they should have been knowing about him. Sad part about it is Uncle Mike Lewis played for Colorado.
So,
So, like, come
Warren,
on, man.
Warren, I know you was a great football player. You suspected this whole recruiting and coaching thing, man. So go talk to some people, get yourself some help, and come to Texas and give some kids opportunities that might want to come play and go to play in Colorado in the Big 12 and make a great career out of it.
And I have one thing else to say to you, Sap. You work at Colorado. Go down the hall and look at the history. Look at the Thorpe Award. My boy
Yeah.
Chris Hudson from Worth and I. Look at the roster of the national championship. Last time they won a national championship.
I'll take
Full of H-Town, Dallas, all that, including L.A. I got to give them some props. Cali, too, but H-Town really did. They put them together. Alfred Williams won the award. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know, study the game. But like I say, look at all them awards, all the boys come from Texas, and look at the roster. And look at the thing. Matter of fact, the number one receiver, probably going to go first round, transferred from Colorado, and he's from Dallas area. I
Yep.
forgot to get, come on, dog. So it is what it is. But be careful what you say, because you got to see them Texas boys next year
Yep.
again.
And you gotta hear us talk about you like the bottom of my shoe in the tunnel. So with that being said, it's been a great show, Truesdale. I'm super excited
I'm
with our
excited.
new partnerships.
And I'm going to say this for the playoffs. Don't get caught up in the logos, because you got new sergeants in town. People thought I was crazy. People thought I was crazy right up here at the Den, Cigar Lounge, and Miami. They thought I was crazy when I said Indiana was going to be Ohio State, because it ain't about the logo, because it's about the coaches. It's all about the money. And that's what you got to look forward to. So the championship's going to be really interesting. And you got a chance.
No, they do have a chance. They do have a chance. I'm calling my shot right now. I think it's going to be, ooh, man. It's hard for me. I think I'm going to have to take Georgia, man. I got to take
Georgia
Georgia.
got a shot.
I got to take Georgia. I think it's going to be Georgia winning it again. SEC is going to pick up another state.
Because IU set the tone to Big Ten. Let Michigan and Ohio State. It's a new sergeant time.
No, it is. It is. Once again, it's a great show. Y'all be prepared to tune into us next time. We're going to be recapping the high school championship games where Dallas is going to go 3-0 against them Houston teams. We're going to also talk a little bit about NBA. You know, the Knicks just won the Emirates Cup, which is the mid-season championship tournament in the NBA. We got to talk about the upcoming baseball free agency as well as WNBA starting up and all that good stuff. So we got a lot to share with everybody.
We can't get the Houston Bowl. That's gonna be a big one.
Oh, I forgot. LSU and Houston.
It's gonna be some fun tailgating.
Ooh, great time. If you're in Houston on Saturday 27th, 8 o'clock game, come on out. Intertunnel's gonna be out in the parking lot tailgating. Come see us. We'd love to see you once again. Check us out on YouTube. Please go in and subscribe and like, and send us some comments because we're the community show. You could look at us like the First Take of Houston. We're gonna cover Houston and Texas primarily, and then make sure we give you some good information on what's going on around the country.
The great producer, Julian. Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to Julius. Shout out once again to the Den. We really appreciate. Looking forward to it next time. Signing off. Peace.